have been closed during the better part of the overnight hours. And then on the outbound side, I'm seeing that delay start to shrink a little bit. It's still tight from the Tri-State to about County Line Road. 2 left lanes at Cass closed there. Now we've got a complete closure up in the North Chicago Waukegan area. This is going to be US 41 between Route 120 and Martin Luther King Drive. And we do have a camera that I was hoping we'd be able to see that, but not right now. It is showing us the closure there. And your 5 a.m. transit check, at least that.
Have seen Jeremiah call police, and Chicago's top cop says fighting crime in the city takes teamwork and help from the community.
Yeah, now there's a new way for you to help.
Announced today a new way for people to come forward with any tips during crime that they see and stay anonymous. According to people, the hope is to make the service more accessible to people that want to report crimes but also want to remain private. There will be a news conference later on today to discuss further this new technology. Reporting live outside of CPD headquarters, Diane, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Diane, thank you. New developments this morning in that deadly terrorist attack in Paris. Officials say the gunman was detained earlier this year for threatening police but was then let go. Now to a story you'll see only on Eyewitness News. The victim of a hit-and-run crash on the city's south side is pleading for the driver to turn herself in.
But they are no longer in custody.
Chicago police are celebrating the lives of heroes with a new work of art. Have a
Completed by the end of the year. All right, so Chicago sports fans are probably feeling a little weird this morning.
Yeah, you could say that.
Not even disappointed, just like,
what is happening?
Yeah, the team thought they would have a real shot at the championship. They are out already.
And Nashville thought they were going to get a competition.
Yeah.
The Hawks got swept by the Predators, losing in the first round for the second straight year. Jim Rose has a reaction from Nashville.
ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, so as if that wasn't strange enough,
Yeah.
The 8th-seeded Bulls are hoping to do what Nashville did and sweep the #1 seed.
Let's get it done. Clock tonight.
Good luck, guys.
All right, Time Magazine turned to Cardinal Blaise Supich to write about one of the world's most influential people, and that is Pope Francis.
Hello there, and as we take a look at some of our temperatures in the area this morning, 40s will do it. 46 in Oak Brook, 48 degrees in Moni, Winnetka now at 47. It's 43 degrees, Crystal Lake, 42 right now in Sycamore. Now, I wanted to share with you some wind chills. Feels like it's in the 30s in quite a few spots, and we have some very strong gusty winds around the area right now. And it is going to continue to be a fairly breezy day around Chicago on this Friday. So you see what happens. We still lose a couple of degrees here this morning, but then this afternoon, a recovery back into the low 50s, although that is still well below average, Ross.
They were supposed to have all this picked up at 5 o'clock, but look at this inbound backup from Weber Road most of the way to 355, still on the brakes. And then on the outbound side, we still have delays from the Tri-State to about County Line, but this one is starting to loosen up a little bit. They may be picking that road work up, but 2 lanes in both directions there. And we still have a closure up in the Waukegan area. Take a look at this video. This happened. It reopens. Tanja and Terrell.
Ross, thank you so much. 5:08 this morning coming up. Apple wants to go green. How the tech giant plans to help save the environment.
Also, next year's you'll see today.
Plus, what first daughter Ivanka Trump plans to do with the money that she earns from her upcoming book. That's next.
Watch your team at 4. Rob Elkins, Judy Sue, Sports with Jim Rose, and meteorologist Cheryl Scott. ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 4. Continues.
In our Money Matters report, we're getting our first look at the new Galaxy Samsung smartphone, and Erin 8 is live from the NASDAQ in New York with that story and more. Good morning and happy Friday, Erin.
Good morning. Yeah, TGIF. Stronger than expected corporate earnings fueled a rally for stocks yesterday and sent the NASDAQ to a record close. The Dow was up 174 points, the NASDAQ gained 53, and the S&P 500 added 17. And right now, futures, they're pointing to a mixed open. Reports on existing home sales and manufacturing, those are both due out later today. Samsung's Galaxy S8 last year as sales slowed. 26,700 locations in the U.S. and more than 40,000 around the world. Ivanka Trump says she'll donate money from her upcoming book to charity. The president's daughter says the move was made to avoid the appearance of using her official role in the White House in order to promote her book. Trump will donate the unpaid portion of her advance, which is about $425,000, and all future royalties to her charitable fund. The book is titled Women Who Work Rewriting the Rules for Success and goes on sale May 2nd. This is according to the Amazon listing. That's the latest in business news from the NASDAQ market site in New York. Back to you guys.
All right, Erin, thank you. Time now is 5:13. 50 years ago today, a deadly tornado outbreak hit parts of the Chicago.
Our forecast outlook today, I will tell you what is ahead for the weekend. However, that is coming right up.
For all a world away today. 2 years ago, Bruce Jenner sparked a national conversation. Now Caitlyn Jenner speaks out about the reality of living as a woman, the polarizing backlash, and what about regrets?
Have I made mistakes? Certainly.
The Diane Sawyer exclusive, tonight at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Rosario Dawson, co-host Van Jones and Zara Larson. Plus,
lots and lots of animals.
Next on the Sleep Storm.
Stay safe while biking. Adult and children, child healthy and safe.
And we talked about this a couple of days ago. Is that system formed at about 8 o'clock in the morning back in Kansas and Iowa? It sustained itself. By the time it got here, it was at the height of that commute time during the late afternoon.
Time.
Yeah, a lot of folks were stopped at a stoplight in Oak Lawn. They had nowhere to go, and the tornadoes picked up these cars and just threw them.
So vulnerable.
Yeah. So, but the warning systems have changed considerably since then. Today, no warnings, no watches expected around here. And what we're watching over the weekend, Sunday. Wind gusts this morning, some picking up 25 mile per hour wind gust in McHenry, over at O'Hare, out at the lakefront, some 20 mile per hour wind gusts there. Average high today is 61, average low is 41 degrees. Records in the books today. You believe it's been as cold as 27 degrees on this date in 1986. So far, low this morning, 47. So we're considerably above that record low. But I anticipate these temperatures this morning to drop a little more. 47 at O'Hare. Actually, where the real feel points at a 40. We have a northwest wind at 16 miles per hour, getting some higher gusts currently. Maryville, 49 degrees, 46 Joliet, 47 in Des Plaines, 44 in Naperville, 42 degrees right now in Marengo, and 41 degrees currently in Sycamore. So as we look at the temperatures by noontime, we get those temperatures back up around 50 degrees, and then they just kind of stay steady around 50, although along the lakefront, those of you northern Indiana, southwest Michigan, most likely going to be staying in the 40s all afternoon long. So a chilly day, not a beach day, that's for sure. And then tomorrow, I think many of us could wake up to temperatures in the 30s around the area tomorrow. And then as you see, another day with a fairly strong lake breeze here tomorrow. Mainly cloudy, quite windy around the area this morning. This afternoon, unlike the past couple of afternoons where we were threatened with thunderstorms, not today. Partly to mostly cloudy, just kind of windy out there off of the lake. Then tomorrow, as I mentioned, cool lake breeze coming our direction. A milder day is ahead for us here on Sunday. And then early next week, looking at some warmth. Roz.
Delays on 55. Now, I just got off the phone with state police. They're responding to a crash on I-57 in the Monee area. It's going to be a little bit south of Pauling Road. It's reported as a car in the ditch, but they may have to block some lanes once they get there to pull it out. So we'll keep that. On the inbound or northbound side of 55 around Cass, the contractor is running about 15 to 20 minutes behind schedule. So we're still seeing some pretty big delays from Weber Road to just before Route 53. They should have been out of there by 5 o'clock, but they're not. So hopefully they'll wrap that up pretty soon. We'll see those backups go away. Let's take a look outside at the Dan Ryan. It still looks pretty good from our South Tower. 7. So a very busy Friday morning.
Yeah, it has been from the jump for you.
I know, not what I expected.
Yeah,
Darn it.
happy Friday for you.
Yeah, right.
Speaking of happy Friday, look, if you want to start your weekend with a stiff drink.
Coming up, but first, let's check out some events happening in our area this week.
Because we are ready for it. It's Friday, baby. What's going on, Roz?
I was ready for this weekend on Monday.
Right?
Yeah, I'm telling you. And chocolate this weekend. Yes. All right then. Whiskey. And one of the other activities that they're going to be having, you can win a painting by a penguin. Steph, I mean, these are the things that you can learn when you go to this.
Pepe has talent.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he does. I mean, I may hold on to this myself.
I was about to say, you're worth a little something there.
Yeah, you think
really
so?
Cool.
All right, so you guys can get more information. The details.
Roz, thank you. 526 and still ahead, what Chicago police just released this morning.
Chicago. Now, overall, there will be a fair amount of cloud cover. We'll work some sun in now and then. But a lake breeze is going to be out there, too, and already fairly windy this morning. Your weekend forecast.
Incidents off the expressways and updated information about this pin-in crash in Dalton, 142nd and Grant Street. Crews are just wrapping things up there. May want to detour around it just a little bit longer. More news, weather, and traffic right after this quick break.
2017 Dodge Journey.
Meteorologist Tracy Butler, only on ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
And then tomorrow it gets even cooler.
I thought we were supposed to be going up.
Yeah.
Let's find out what this is all about with Tracy in the
Lake breeze. Even today, we'll get that kicking in. Now, this morning, our winds are generally out of the northwest following that cold front that went through yesterday. 46 degrees right now, Oak Brook. It is 44 Winthrop Harbor. It's 50 in Munster and 47 degrees currently in Kankakee. Factor in a bit of a wind out there, and you get a few spots with some wind chills back in the 30s. Well, as we look at the next 12 hours, I think we'll have more clouds than sun here this afternoon. Northeast winds starts to take over, keeping things cooler along the lakefront, probably in the 40s along the lakefront all day long. And officially at O'Hare, get back up to some lower 50s. Ross?
But we still have lingering delays on I-55, that road work northbound around Cass running behind schedule. Contractors said they would have had it picked up about 10 minutes ago, but I'm still seeing delays from Weber Road.
And I'm glad they got padded walls now.